I just wanted to say real quick for the moderators in the chat, if you're a new mod, I know the chat's going kind of fast.
How many people are in there? I can't see it.
Right now we got about 847, but I will say that this is free speech. So YouTube guidelines states that we're not doxing, there's no criminal threats, and there's no violation of community guidelines, terms of service. Other than that, your comments are welcome. Even if they disagree with me, if you don't like me, you're more than welcome to let me know in the chat. I really don't give a shit.
We've trolled each other's chats for years. Like, you know, I've said fucked up shit about Josh. He said fucked up shit about me. It's all true on both sides. You know what I mean? Except for whoever came up with that fucking siphoning gas rumor. That is not true. Nor have I ever sex trafficked a child. Except for whoever came up with that fucking siphoning gas rumor. That is not true. Nor have I ever sex trafficked a child. But for him to even say that, like, we literally have been trolling each other's chats for fucking years.
Which is weird too, because she's been getting, she got charged not too long ago. The law-abiding citizen that she is and someone who loves the cops, they arrested her for siphoning gas, and she actually went to the hospital because she ingested too much gasoline.
So as a lot of you guys know, there's been a lot of slander about me. So I've spent the last week listening to dozens of hours of voicemails, compiling videos, and putting everything together because I'm only going to do this once today and then I'm done with this because there's absolutely no proof against me, there's no victims, there's no nothing. So let's watch this together and then I'm going to stop it a few times, but I'm going to try to let it play. I'm going to release both videos. This one so you can watch it without me talking, and then I'm going to release a video that shows me narrate this so you guys understand exactly what's happened. So without further ado.
And as you know, Josh, all of my phone calls are recorded. And as you know, Josh, all of my phone calls are recorded. I have to inform everybody of that at all times.
This guy tries to act like he's an alpha. He's a fucking beta bitch. Yeah, he's a little fucking bitch, that's for sure. I also don't want trash like Chili talking to my kids. You're a lunatic, man. Yeah, cops suck. And so do you. And Chili just loses his shit the whole time. And if trash like Chili talk to my kids, but I do think that there are some things that should be brought to light. And Chili even tries to escalate to the point of either using force and violence against her himself and or trying to use police. Then he starts losing his fucking mind and saying that he's gonna do the violence. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? I think, personally, that Chili is probably I'm not going to say he's number one. I'm going to have to take a whole bunch of these bad cops that I've seen over the years and weigh them out and put them on a scale together. But Chili is definitely in the fucking tip top of the worst fucking people I've ever seen or dealt with in my career on YouTube.
James is comparing me to people who sign up to be police that take people to a dungeon and put them in torture cuffs. The reason why this man is completely unhinged about me is because I discredit every single thing he says. I'm gonna stop this early and you can watch the whole thing on the other video, but I'm just gonna show you a tiny part of this and then we're gonna move forward.
There's so many people who keep on writing qualified immunity, qualified immunity. Well, I'm afraid that you're wrong. Listen, it's almost like, you know what I want to do? Do you know what I'm going to build? The dunce cap. And I'm going to give a dunce cap to the person who continues to say qualified immunity.
Hey, qualified immunity was abolished today, wasn't it?
You told me, sir.
Yeah, it was.
But these cops have faced zero consequences for their violent actions. And things such as qualified immunity.
I hate watching you shouldn't have done it though. I hate watching your qualified immunity go out the window. You should have had Smith do it. He's a dick. Hate seeing your qualified immunity out the window, man.
So when people chime in here and they say, oh, it's qualified immunity, I just let them know right away, you're wrong, and I'm sorry that you're wrong. I'm more than willing to educate you. Right now, the only way the police can get into my life is through Terry versus Ohio. The police cannot get into my life through qualified immunity. My First Amendment right to film.
So now what I do here is I break down how every single one of your rights that's preserved through the government, given to you by God, are destroyed through Terry versus Ohio. And so this is a fundamental reason why James Freeman hates me, because he's been teaching you guys about qualified immunity, but what you'll find over time here is that James is unread, uneducated, has no vision, no hope for America, and he's just preaching things that are going to help him make money. So essentially what that does is it takes away James' cake. He's been telling you guys things that he just doesn't know anything about because he's not educated.
And see, the reason why Freeman's now obsessed with me.
I was doing prank calls. I did because it helps my channel to be, on Freeman. So on his backup channel yesterday, I did 2 hours worth of prank calls. And at one point he was like, all right, now call Chili. And I was like, no. I was like, listen, if he asked me to call you without your knowledge, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to call him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to have no...
You prank call me today?
No, last night. I was like, listen, I wouldn't do that to you. I'm not going to do that to him. And we had this discussion that me being up here, as long as it has nothing to do with you and Chili, I'm fine to do prank calls and to talk about activism. But if we're going to make it like a personal thing with my friends, I'm not going to do that. I'll just leave.
So, Josh, remember, our only metric is actual change. All this drama, but the only metric is change. Anything else besides change, we failed. We let your generation down. We let my generation down. We leave this behind for children and people. We're leaving behind tyranny and thinking you're going to go to heaven. You knew better. You watched it happen. You had all the fucking power to lead, and you didn't do anything. And you're facing God. And God looks at you and says, look at all the gifts I gave you, Chili. Look at all the ability I gave you. And you did nothing with it. You banged bitches in Hollywood.
Well, there's nothing wrong with banging bitches in Hollywood.
Not anymore, brother.
Yeah, I know, but...
And so she's causing a
here's the
confrontation.
thing. Would you rather be exposed...
Because the way where I parked, right, there was no way that they were leaving without some sort of confrontation. He kind of semi-covertly slides into Massachusetts, and of course I've got people in my Discord server that are tracking him like an endangered great white. I was just baiting him. He did not physically harm me. I was not harmed. I went there with the understanding that there was probably going to be an issue, and I sought that out.
So if you had a colleague who aligned with you that cops were a bad thing for America, and then you saw that a troll had created dozens of videos about them and used their picture as a thumbnail, how would you respond when that colleague was stalked, they admit, they forced a confrontation, and the colleague had to push the person off of them? What would be your response?
Never, ever, 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 in the hundreds, probably thousands of people who have picked up a camera and called themselves an auditor, I have never, ever, ever seen a bigger piece of fucking trash than that right there. That is by far the biggest fucking piece of trash I've ever seen pick up a camera. You know how Chili just battered a woman multiple times. She's never come to my house and battered me. She's never come out and met me on a public sidewalk and battered me like Chili just did to her. What kind of beta bitch fucking batters women like this? And we'll see in his video. Here's your hero. Body check. You see the body check there? Should we do it again? How many times do you want to do this? But Chili thinks he's justified in doing this. He says he fears for his life. Like a cop fears for his life when a harmless woman is near him. Chili's the same way. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Kate's a wonderful person. But of the two people here, one is shittier than the other. All right? And Chili's gonna prove who the shittiest person in the room is. Body check. I could watch this over and over. I would rather actually have a discussion with Kate than Chili, even though I think that Chili and I agree on more.
I was just baiting him. He did not physically harm me. I was not harmed. I went there with the understanding that there was probably going to be an issue, and I sought that out.
Right. So let's pause right here real quick. And so, number one, I didn't batter a woman. I didn't hurt a woman. The woman had fell on me several times, which then I lightly pushed her off of me. If I shoved her, you'd really know it. So it's just not true. Freeman, the reason why he's portraying me this way is because I discredit him completely. And now, this is my favorite part of the video, because now I'm going to break him down and how rudimentary he is. He's really good at what he does. That's why he has so many views on YouTube. When you do a faulty comparison to things and you put things in a light that is so negative, then you're going to get a lot of views because people are angry in general. He's supposed to be my colleague, but instead of him having any kind of care for me or about me, what he wants to do is take me down because I discredit him completely in every single way. I did not batter Kate. I want to recognize her. She's a person. She's a troll account. That's what she does. But I didn't batter a woman. I simply lightly pushed her away. And Josh made sure that he only showed that and not her falling on me. But he did testify to the cop, and I have that video. So Dallas, if someone continually runs into me, I can push them away from me.
Yeah, you have a right to push, get someone away from you.
So my friend Josh is gonna film her attacking me, but he doesn't. He doesn't film her ever falling on me, even though he testifies that to the cop. He's been planning
Chili
this.
looks so effing bad in this video.
Yeah.
He looks so bad. I just wish it weren't all chopped up though. Again, the chopping was done by AFA. Josh, accountability for all. I didn't chop this up. This is just the way he had it.
So James just captured it.
Yeah, the smoking auditor says AFA took the video down of the assault on that woman. Smoking auditor, guess what? Surprise. Guess who grabbed it before he took it down?
Look at what a psycho.
Guess who grabbed it before he deleted it?
Look at what a psycho.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys.
Stay
tuned. I don't
tuned.
just have Chili's selfie mode. I have actual video of Chili putting his hands on her and pushing her.
I did push her away.
Before Josh deleted it. So what happened is it went live for a couple of minutes. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. And so I had to record the camera on my phone because the video would still play on my phone even though he had deleted it. But if I exited out of it, then I wouldn't have been able to view it again. And I had a sneaking suspicion of why it wasn't opening on any of my other devices. So I kept it open on that phone. Went and borrowed another phone so that I could record. So
right. He just was watching Josh's backup channel that day. Just checking it out.
I don't even have a screen recording app on my phone because I've downloaded videos rather than screen recording. It's much better quality. I don't use a screen recorder anymore. And so I didn't even have that on my phone. So I grabbed another phone. I set up this one.
So James was stalking me, or Josh told him to grab it, or he just got lucky and just happened to run across the video that day and then wanted to watch it. So this is great. This is literally my favorite part of this video. I'm gonna break this guy down into little tiny chunks, and when you see how rudimentary he is, you'll now see through all of his videos.
That's going to be the same mistake that people have made forever, is looking for a man to lead them. Because you know what?
So you know what? Let's just document the downfall then.
Chili, we're all imperfect.
The downfall then. Right, but let's fuck it. Let's throw our towel in and just document the downfall of America.
Well, I mean, until people realize that they need to lead themselves, no, they're not. Things are not going to get better for them.
They're not going to, James. That's not how our country and how humanity is set up. I mean, didn't you read not just the 2 treatises of government, the essays in Understanding Humanity by John Locke, written in 1689?
No.
You should read it. Human beings want to be led.
Yes, they do. You're absolutely right. And you are capitalizing on that. And that's okay. You get to do that. All politicians
capitalizing
do that.
How, James?
So I'm going to show you the difference between a formal and informal fallacy. I studied this in college so deeply because I always saw people trying to change the subject or misdirect people. So I studied fallacies in great detail, as you'll be able to see from this video. What were we talking about? Do you remember what we were talking about? Ready? What was it? 3, 2.
Well, I mean, until people realize that they need to lead themselves, no, they're not. Things are not going to get better for them.
They're not going to, James. That's not how our country and how humanity is set up. I mean, didn't you read not just the 2 treatises of government, the essays in Understanding Humanity by John Locke, written in 1689?
No.
You should read it. Human beings want to be led.
Yes, they do. You're absolutely right. And you are capitalizing on it.
I only came on because 3 people called me and said, James wants to talk to you about this new thing, about the goggles. Okay, great. James is actually looking at something seriously cool. And then while I'm in the middle of doing a murder video, you want to stop me and you think it's funny.
I wanted to fuck you?
Stop me.
Oh, I thought you said
stop me. You want to...
I was like, look,
on,
I'm
dude.
gay, but I'm not that gay.
You are funny, man. That's for sure. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit upset
And you
with
know what, Chili? I get it. I definitely trolled you too hard. I took it too far. But every once in a while, dude, you better step back and laugh a little bit about something, because this will drive you crazy, Chili.
So he's so full of garbage. Watch this.
Okay, I think you're just fixated on some things that are just, driving you crazy.
Well, I don't like lies, James. You know how long it took me to stop lying? And I had to dedicate to stop lying. I had to dedicate to it.
So are you saying at one point you were a pathological liar, or what? At one point you were a pathological liar, or what? Are you telling me that or not?
Dude. Wow.
See, he's taking you off course. He's making you think about something else instead of the topic at hand, because he has no answers. He offers nothing, just hatred.
Yeah, and I know you spent a long time reading while you were making videos.
And you keep claiming there's argumentative fallacies and this and that, but I mean, I just don't think it's true. I mean, that's your claim.
You're great at them. You're the best I've ever met. At argumentative fallacies, at red herrings. Show me a country around the world that doesn't have a government.
How is that relevant to whether or not you believe that the authority of the state is legitimate?
Well, then let me be blunt. Your ideas are stupid and they're ignorant. Show me a country in the world that doesn't have a government. It's stupid and ignorant and uneducated to say that if you believe the country should have a government, you're a statist. That's ignorance. That's false. That's not true.
Okay.
Furthermore, even if your definition of statist was true, then you fall on deaf ears, because there's not a single country in the world that doesn't have a governing body. So James wants to make America have no governing body, and you think that's not leading people off a cliff? That's preposterous.
So your argument is that because statism exists everywhere, you're not a statist, even though you believe in statism. Now hold on. That's kind of like saying. That's kind of like me saying. Wait a minute. That's like me saying, "Hey, Chili, slavery is wrong," and you say, "But James, everybody has slavery. What would we do without slavery?" Look, I get that everybody does it. Okay, I get that people are enslaving people and chaining them up and whipping them and forcing them to do work for them. Okay. But that does not change the fact that it's wrong. How many people have to be doing it for it to be right, Chili?
He really doesn't dislike you. I think he finds you. He goes, I want to make it very clear. I don't think anyone would know who James Sheets was if it wasn't for Chili. And he's like, I know he's not stupid. He's a very intelligent.
You're going to hear, you're going to have a voice memo playing here, but I just want to point out that every single country, Honduras, Argentina, Morocco, every single country in the world has a social contract. James' bright idea, along with Lackluster and CH from TH and TY Audits, these guys who haven't read anything, that know absolutely zero, are now going to say, America, land of the free, home of the brave, the only country besides the Barbary Coast that doesn't have a social contract. Sure thing. That's a real bright idea. We're not going to go to a civil war, are we?
I never had a real friend in this fucking industry. Not one. Not one person's ever been my real friend in this industry. Social media, not one friend. I'm like there's no friendship anymore. When the chips are down, I'm out. When it's hard, I'm out. And that's how I feel. If people betray me.
I don't care less about what people say.
No. M-Star Media.
Oh, she sucks.
Betrayed.
I could have told you she was going to turn on you.
But these people, at one time you trusted them. You thought, hey, you actually understand that I don't give a fuck about this. I do this because it's right.
Right.
They just don't understand. They don't care. They have no vision to lead. James Freeman, give him power, he would know what to do with it.
I'm with you, buddy. 100% I'm with you. I'm with you, buddy. 100% I'm with you.
But you know how I am about people lying.
I just wanted to say real quick for the moderators in the chat, if you're a new mod, I know the chat's going kind of fast.
How many people are in there? I can't see it.
Right now we got about 847, but I will say that this is free speech. So YouTube guidelines states that we're not doxing, there's no criminal threats, and there's no violation of community guidelines, terms of service. Other than that, your comments are welcome. Even if they disagree with me, if you don't like me, you're more than welcome to let me know in the chat. I really don't give a shit.
We've trolled each other's chats for years. Like, I've said fucked up shit about Josh. He said fucked up shit about me. It's all true on both sides. You know what I mean? Except for whoever came up with that fucking siphoning gas rumor. That is not true. Nor have I ever sex trafficked a child. Except for whoever came up with that fucking siphoning gas rumor. That is not true. Nor have I ever sex trafficked a child. But for him to even say that, like, we literally have been trolling each other's chats for fucking years.
Which is weird too, because she's been getting she got charged not too long ago. The law-abiding citizen that she is, and someone who loves the cops, they arrested her for siphoning gas, and she actually went to the hospital because she ingested too much gasoline, and that was only within the past year and a half.
What does that chick look like? You got a picture of her?
She's a fat, nasty trash bag of a person. She's gross looking. Like, this is her 9th attempt at YouTube. She started by walking into. She put fucking pillows in her fucking stomach, walking into pregnancy stores, asking if they had fucking coat hangers. That didn't work for her, so she tried doing some fucking. She's just consistently failed at YouTube. She could never create her own content, so she kind of found her niche calling on commenting on other people's content. So I started doing background checks on her and doing FOIA requests on her, and then I waited for her to go on a panel. She went on some panel. She started shit-talking these two people that had DCF involved in their life. And I went up there and I was like, Kate, I don't know, like, your job, you make money exposing people that are ratchet, that are bad parents. You know what the difference between you and the people on this panel are? They still have their children. You've lost 75% of yours. Out of 4 kids, 3 have been taken by the state because of neglect. And this year alone, DCF has been to her house for 9 separate visits. And she lived with some guy that beats the kids and beats her, and then she keeps letting them back in. So
wait, she this year police have been to her house
9 times. She's been sued twice this year already. She's actively under a lawsuit right now. That's why she stopped talking about me for so long, because I released one of the DCF reports, and she lost a big following. And then I teamed up with the guy she used to work with, Turtle Boy, to expose everything that she'd been doing, cheating on her husband. I got a video of her drunk, cheating on her fucking husband and having phone sex with somebody. I just fucking ruined this woman. And then for an entire year and a half, she wouldn't say a word about me. So the reason that Tina didn't speak much about me on this last episode is because I don't think she wanted to open that fucking can of worms. Now, for whatever reason, she's starting to go back at it again, so that's fine. We can just revisit it. Not only have I done that, I've sent people to her home before to film her all day, and she wasn't very happy with it. So she assaulted one of my cameramen and got it on film. And then I told her, I was like, you bet. She wound up taking 2 videos down, and this guy was just like, I'm just gonna wait. When she says something about me and talk shit, I'm gonna release it. He never talked shit about her. He never did it, but he was gonna press charges on her.
I'll just have my paralegal write it up.
I'll send you the paperwork for when she lit her truck on fire and tried to pass it off as
God bless you, baby. Thank you.
A natural fire to get a new car, and then she was charged with arson. This was only recently as well. I'm saying all that shit.
So this is where he says that I've been exposed. Actually, Josh has been exposed, and he has 2 more videos. San Joaquin Valley Transparency said that I hit him up for 10 grand all the time.
Josh, as you know, YouTube is not my goal. I don't, it's just a tool that I'm using, but this isn't my goal. And so, remember I talked to you about, hey, we got to raise, 5 or 10 grand a piece to raise 50 grand to do this app, right? I called you, I talked to you about this. Well, yeah. Right, I called you, I talked to you about this. Well, yeah. Last night I hear about San Joaquin Valley Transparency, the same conversation I had with you, I had with him. And this time he goes online and says, I can't mention this auditor's name in Ironton, but he hit me up for 10 grand. Do you remember when I called you up and I said, hey, put your money together. I want you to put together 5 or 10 grand. Let me know where you are financially because I'm going to call you about an app. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Well, I called maybe 10 people, right? And then I told you one of them was San Joaquin Valley Transparency, and you said, I'd be careful working with that guy, man. And I was like, no. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he does that to everybody. I mean, he's destroying relationship after relationship. Soon he'll have no friends, and when he needs help, no one's gonna be there. You know what I mean? Like, I for sure stay away. I want no trouble with anybody.
I called 5 people who I thought would have 5 or 10 grand.
Right.
Put your money together. I'm gonna call you when this is to go. I never called, did I?
Yeah.
Did I ever call you?
No.
Now, these are all of Josh's text messages. Some of these are a little redundant, but I just wanted to go over them with you. This is in the beginning. He wants to use the thunder that I bring for his live. And then here, he's telling me Masshole stole my channel. He's trying to walk me into drama. And then here, another activist calling me a fed. He's trying to walk me into drama. And then great live earlier, he's sucking up. That's what he does the whole time. You have my permission to use any of my footage. He sucks up the whole time, all the way up till June 9th. Kate threatened me, and so did Terry, and here are the timestamps. Go get into a fight. Go get into the drama. Ironton Auditor said you're lying. Go get into drama. Josh is trying to get me into drama. He said all my stories weren't true. He's just trying to walk me into fights. And by the way, now I'm looking back, you can see it. Now he tells me how he's loyal and he gave him subs. This is a red flag. When you first meet someone and they tell you how loyal they are, you need to run.
I've been dealing with this for almost 2 weeks now. Like as soon
He's
as
been dealing
this
with it?
incident happened, as soon as we left Kate and then it came time to let's go confront the police about it, that's when
he's sending me bro texts
happening. So I was kind of tight-lipped about it, and for my own sake and freedom, I did remove the video. However, almost immediately, I sent everyone on this panel, people on both sides of the fence, the full video, and then he immediately tells me that I need to take this information down. Turns out that he winds up threatening to give false information to the government to try and get me imprisoned for releasing this video. So for several days, I was actually quiet about this, but I was giving this information to places like Masshole Report and to Lackluster.
I don't believe that he sent a text message to Lackluster, to Freeman, or to Kate with a picture of my van backed into his driveway. I think he's lying. I also think he's lying. He's going to lie. He testified to Officer Dallas that Kate had fallen over me several times. I need to see a screenshot, or they're lying. Josh is lying. He got on a roll with his lies. And so he just said, I sent a screenshot because he was on a roll, but it's not true. He didn't send a screenshot of my van to anybody. Kate can't produce it. Lackluster can't produce it. Freeman can't produce it. Freeman can't produce bananas. So you're talking about a moron. Sorry. It's just true. He's just dumb. So here he's telling me he's going to release all of his footage, if that's okay with me. I thought I was blackmailing him, though. If he's going to release all of his footage, then I thought I was blackmailing him. Why would he be asking me to release it if I'm blackmailing him? So this is what fiending friendship is. Even if you hate me and you're like, I hate that guy, you wouldn't want to be friends with this guy. He's going to fake friendship all the way up to the night before court. So this is, I put the key in here again. I worked on this for 8 or 9 days, so obviously some things are redundant. But right here, he's trying to set me up for drama right here. And then right here, he's lying about Kate. And then he call me whenever you can. He bombards me with, just tried calling me back. He's always trying to reach me. Josh made a video for me and monetized it. Of course, he's the star of the video. Where was Direct D talking poo? And then down here, he says Direct D is a dick. I thought him and Direct D were friends, but then he tells me privately that he hates Direct D and he hates San Joaquin Valley Transparency. So I offer support to CH from CH and TY. What a mistake that was.
Convicted.
Okay, Chili, come on up, man. Listen, like I'd really like to bring Chili up. He is in the chat because I know his sock.
He's lying.
I know this one specifically, and he couldn't even, fucking disguise himself just a tiny bit. How far up is it? It's hold on, I'm gonna pull it up. Free woman, it's this one. Free woman loves cops. So where's the other comment that he made? That's Chili 100%. I know that to be true. So now Chili,
I almost called that one out too, because all he's been saying is like fuck Lackluster and all sorts of shit.
So right here, he's fiending friendship. And in the same conversation, he says, well, can I announce that you're going to Toledo? How many guys say I want to announce that you're going somewhere? He's fiending friendship. Just called me. I've seen you a few times now say that we're only acquaintances. I thought we were friends. Caught a bit of people talking shit, but I did consider you a friend. He's trying to say, oh, I really considered you a friend though, man. Let's do it, brother. Can't wait to spend time with you. Are you okay? I'm extorting him at this time though. I signal messaged you. I really appreciate you, bro. Thanks for being such a good friend. Look at the date. And I say, literally, you have to betray me to get me to change my perspective. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And then I'm not going to give you the typical, and after someone betrays me who I trusted and care about, like San Joaquin, I walk around for a few days or a week kind of bewildered, and I just can't believe it. I guess I'm starting to believe it faster now. All I want is friendship. Anything we can gain from each other, hell yeah. However, really just friendship. Like you told Tina, the reason why I know who you are is because Chili went down there. I'll never forget that. Even if you decide one day that I'm bad, I would have liked to seen the look on her face when you said that. Did he say that to you, Tina? And then this is where he tells me that I beat James in the debate. But did I? He probably told James the same thing, that he beat me in the debate. Bow. This is where he's trying to walk me into drama. He wants me to go and fight Bow. So this is the day, May 19th, that he walked me in to be trolled. I got there because of another activist slandering you, trying to walk me into a fight. Call me when you can. Okay, brother? Get out of here. They sent the 600 trolls there. They said I'm a sexual predator. He's trying to get me to have drama with Kate. Now he's trying to go get me to enter the chat with San Joaquin Valley and DirectD and have a fight with them. DirectD and Art. Art said he hates all three. Art was a contributor, but then Art, he said that you would pay him off not to be my friend. That's cool. I know you don't like me, Art. Is that true though? Did you offer to pay him off not to be my friend? That's what he says right here. He wanted your number and told me no. So this is May 19th when he walked me into the troll where he was acting like an idiot. I mean, just showing that he has no goals. Now Josh texts me while I'm on the call and says he's trolling you. You were on the call and he was making fun of you with DirectD. Now he's trying to say, come on Bow's show with James, and he's trying to walk me into a fight constantly. I tried calling you. I'm not alone, he says. That's what you need, brother. Brother? Obviously you can stay at my house. That's the whole plan, to go to Josh. All I need is a little place to sleep. It's going to be great. I don't have to spend any money. Much love, brother. I'll be there late tomorrow. I'm going to clear my schedule. Need Kate Peters' info, but then he could text her a picture of my van. Josh allowed Freeman to troll me during the chat. Lots of hateful when I was in Virginia with ASD and I had a conversation with Josh, he was actually, if you look at the screenshots of the chat, he was allowing Freeman to troll me the whole time. Hey, buddy. Look, hey, buddy. Now, Dale texts me out of the blue. I don't have his number, or he doesn't have my new number. Somehow he got my new number. I wonder how that happened. And then I said to Josh, who is that? And he says, oh, I don't know. I said, do you have that number in your phone? And then Josh is going to say, oh, that's lackluster. I didn't tell him anything, though. When you said you would debate him, I spoke to him on the phone. He told me, let know the topics was and discuss beforehand. But Josh is working both of us. He's trying to create a divide.
I scheduled the lackluster debate on your panel.
Yeah, he's not going to debate you. He's just trying to get you fired up. He has no plan on actually debating.
He has no plan on actually debating me. That's called gaslighting.
Lackluster's here. He said he hasn't heard from you. I think
I've reached out to him. I've left a comment for him. I don't think I can call you if you want, Dale. But you said you were going to debate me. Maybe you'll actually answer the questions.
Then he goes on. I think it was your stream, AFA. He says on your stream that he has called me and left me a bunch of text messages about the debate, giving me bullet points of exactly what he wants to argue about.
I don't remember doing that, but I know that he's gaslighting us both.
He threatened to go to Lackluster's home.
I never threatened to go to Lackluster's house. That's incredibly insane.
I called you up to say, let's have a debate. I don't know.
And I'm telling you, don't play dumb with recording. People call me when you tell them things.
But what
Okay?
I told them, why would I ever go near your home, dude? You got a wife and kids and a family. Why would I ever go near you?
If you have no reason, then good. You'll have no reason to be there, and that's it. I'm just letting you know
Come on,
that if you step on my property, it will be defended. No, stop.
Can we slow down a
Stop.
little bit, though?
Just agree that you will not step on my property, or you understand that it will be defended.
But why would I go near your
I don't
house,
care
dude?
if you know it or if you obtain it later. You have no right
Dale,
or permission to ever step on my property. Do you understand?
Okay. I understand, dude. Yeah, I understand totally.
James called him a statist, and then I was like, well, yeah, I agree. He's a statist. And I said that in some other chat, and Chili saw it, and then he said it hurt his feeling. And I said, well, you are a statist. And he said, well, debate me. And I said, okay. So I was going to debate him.
I'm just telling you right now that he 100%, and I know this for a fact, has no plan to debate you.
What Josh essentially was doing was trying to befriend me as close as he could, while he's also befriending other people. And he's telling them one thing, he's telling me a different thing, so it creates a divide. And that's what my attitude was with Dale. But Dale's going to prove to be a fake journalist, and I'm going to let that play. Dale, your integrity's in question now.
And then I go out at 10 p.m. at night, and I sent a picture to, I think, James, Lackluster, and Kate, that he's got his van backed into my driveway with an extension cord running out of the sunroof, and it's plugged into my, and I'm wondering why the Wi-Fi isn't working.
Read these text messages that he sent me here. This is the night of when he said I backed into his driveway and I had put an extension cord. Actually, he's the one. So let me make it clear. I explained to Josh that I had to go on my phone and on my computer, so I ran an extension cord from his garage that he ran. He ran the extension cord. And then I put the extension cord in through my sunroof so I wouldn't disturb his mother, who's ill. Of course, Josh makes all kinds of, he just makes things up as he goes. So read those text messages, and does it sound like I'm intruding on Josh, or is he fiending friendship? This is during the extortion. All of these text messages are when I'm supposed to be extorting him, blackmailing him, remember? Josh and I are completely different people, but he's an absolute pathological liar. It's disgusting. I'm going to prove it again and again and again.
He has this long substantiated history of blackmailing people.
No, I don't. It's not true.
And it's not just that. After he left me, he went to New Hampshire. And when he got to New Hampshire, he went to visit a guy at his house, right? And he tells this guy that he needs his time to think. So he kicks the man out of his own home. So now the guy has given up his home to Chili. This guy's at a hotel. He comes back at 6:15, and allegedly he finds certain paraphernalias, and I will leave it at that. And this guy had a total fucking meltdown and kicked Chili straight out of his home.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good. What's up?
No, I was just giving you a call because, man, what was the name of that place we went out to?
The press room.
The press room? Dude, that was so great.
Yeah.
Right? And then, like, when we went back to your place, I thought the couch was awesome, dude. I really wanted to say, I mean, dude, it was so comfortable. I was so comfy.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up, well, I just want to say, and then I woke up the next morning, and your daughter was like, she doesn't like guests in the house. That's so funny.
Oh, she was cool. She's like, she doesn't like I always have people over, and she always feels like she's got to stay in her room, and she doesn't, just sort of a weird dynamic.
Yeah, that was literally
crazy.
the first night. That was the first night I took off this year, where I didn't.
Oh,
just
really?
Focus. Yeah, first night I took off and I didn't focus on work only, and I'm just so grateful we had that time to go cruise.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. Nice night. I went out last night. I went to see The Head and the Heart last night, and one of my buddies came, and we went out and did the same thing in Boston. It was a blast. A lot of ladies out too. It was good.
Yeah, and then I didn't leave anything behind, did I? I didn't leave any.
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know if I've been in the living room since then.
When you woke me up, I thought maybe I left a ring or something there. I just didn't know if it was still there or not.
Oh, well, good. Well, if I find one, I'll let you know, man.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
You probably would have left it in the bathroom or the shower or something, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I took a shower that morning.
Yeah. Huh.
Place is
That's
great.
crazy.
You're stoked.
Where are you at now?
I'm in Houston, Texas, my brother. I'm in Houston, Texas.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm coming down here. I stayed there. I stayed in New Hampshire for 3 more days.
Did you really?
Yeah. I stayed in the RV with Zane, and I slept in my car, and we just kind of enjoyed.
Josh, you're caught, dude. You're a fraud, a liar.
As you guys can see, let's find that $386. That was for a hotel. I went on my account and paid for Chili's hotel. So you can see right there, that's from 5/29/2022. That was for a 2-night stay, so he could go out and film with us.
Josh, what he had done is he had set up a reservation for me at Night's Inn, knowing that he wasn't going to allow me to stay at his house. So he had already made the reservation by putting a $25 deposit down. And then he said, just leave his card on the room. And as you saw a second ago, I sent him $205. He paid for half of my first 2 nights. He lied. He said he paid for my room. Clearly, you just saw the screenshot where I gave him $205. For what? It was for my hotel room. And then he goes on to say I tried to steal his money, but then he sends me bro texts and, are you okay? Are you okay? Where are you? Where are you? But yet, I just tried to rip him off with a credit card. No red flag there, though, right?
Shortly after the Kate incident happened, right after the Kate incident happened, I look at my account and I see this $130.69 charge, which is strange because I didn't pay for his room. I call up the place and I'm told that he used my card. And he told me, oh no, I gave them my card information and they just must have made a mistake. First of all, this kind of mistake cannot happen because if he's swiping a new card versus just recharging a card that's in the system, it's 2 separate prompts. So that couldn't have been a mistake. Secondly, she said straight up, like he was very clear, charge the card on file. So now we have all these issues of dishonesty.
What a liar. The room was $85, not $130, so there was an error. And as if there couldn't be an error, but there wasn't, because I put my credit card down.
Apparently, I am a snake in the grass because I released a video of him beating up a chick, and I wouldn't hide that video. So
beating up is kind of, I wouldn't call it beating up.
The defamation goes way deeper. Just wait.
He was going to have several people on and feature their stories and ask everyone to send Cash App. No. So keep in mind, folks, that he does this and he says, all right, so for example, I think Great Lakes Audits, which he had nothing to do with this.
The fundraiser was for Great Lake Audits, actually. You can see from the text messages.
What he didn't tell you or anyone else was what you're seeing on the screen now. Let me put the first one up first so I have them chronologically. He's talking about the Cash Apps. I'm going to list yours, and then anything over $5,000, we will work with it for the people involved. But it's going to be tough to reach $5,000. I'm going to list it, and we're going to pull the money at the end. I have $4,000 going to Bobby, $1,000 going to Mo for the website stuff, for the public information request, demand for return to property, and 4 other documents.
So you see here, we should do a fundraiser for Aaron, and then watch what Aaron says about that. I'll be needing some funds for this filing. The fundraiser was for Aaron.
At least 2 of the people on this panel have seen the totality of the criminal record that does exist. Charge convictions like stalking, a strangulation charge, multiple restraining orders.
I'm not familiar with any strangulation. I would have to see that.
So then when Chili moved on to the next one and found himself some investors in his app. So I'm sitting in the car with Chili and he's talking to his cousin about making this app. And he has this big investor that's going to invest in the app. And his cousin's saying, like, realistically, that doesn't work. Like, YouTube isn't that simple. You're making a really complex issue out to be something simple. He's like, oh, we don't need to create the app. We just need to make it look good for an investor. So he speaks to this investor who says, I'll toss you a large sum of money, which they wound up sending him, if you can actually produce this app and show me what it is. Later that night, he's got an extension cord hooked up and he's showing you a skeleton version of Google Maps with little pillow poppers on it, purporting it to be an actual application that in no way, shape, or form exists.
So Josh heard a tiny bit of conversation with my nephew where my nephew was explaining to me that the app that we're building is a conduit. It doesn't have all the functionalities of YouTube, and that YouTube is extraordinarily complex. Josh, the pathological liar, he takes a tiny bit of the conversation and then just makes up everything else. I've never seen someone lie as much as this guy did, and you can see for yourself, from the free speech to lying about Kate to saying that my buddy kicked me out of his house. It's all, I mean, so there's 3 lies, fact, that he's just lying about. Now he's gonna have to lie about telling Dallas that he saw Kate fall all over me, and he's gonna have to lie about where I threatened him to take away his freedom because I have a dash cam with 100 hours on it of footage. So
it wouldn't be right if I didn't have receipts.
But then he doesn't have a single receipt, not one. He asked Kate for hers.
So we kind of did this last minute. But for example, you have to understand that this guy has set up. Now, Kate, you want to tell people about how his businesses work? Because, I mean, my basic understanding is he sets up these businesses to get monetary assistance from investors and then to apply for lines of credit. But once it comes to actually registering the businesses, he lets it fall flat, starts a new business, and then kind of Ponzi scheme pays back the previous investors. Is that about the gist of it?
That's what we're guessing. To be fair, I don't 100% know. I'm still trying to piece together. So what the assumption is at this point is that he's probably using the money that he gets from the next product that's never going to happen to pay back something from the people that invested on the previous product that never happened. I've been told by numerous people now that what he's doing is he's essentially using it as a front to get investor money and then apply for lines of credit. But honestly, from what I know about and what I've heard about at this point from multiple people, not just you, he also employs blackmail and extortion and threats a lot. So I don't know at this point, right? It could be that he's just literally like, people invest in him, realize that their money isn't going and is not going to be making any money, and then he has shit on them, holds it over their head, so they don't want to fucking say anything. That could be it too. I don't know.
I guess, I'm assuming, I think, I'm not sure. Kate, you made a lot of assumptions about me, and none of them are true. And you may be able to skip around through a harassment order in Massachusetts because it was just a travesty of justice, but you're not going to be able to duck federal court because this is going to go to federal court. You just made a bunch of allegations about me that are patently false. I don't run any Ponzi scheme. I don't have any lines of credit. And so if you guys just heard what she said, I think, we assume, I'm not sure, and yet she will produce nothing. There's no victims. There's no paper trail. There's nothing.
I had enough of your lip. Give me your credit card. Before you talk, give me your credit card number right now.
I thought you were the investor and I was the person raising money.
Where's my money?
Wait, David, I mean, haven't you been grifted? How many millions have I stolen from you?
A lot.
Wait, I'm
going to announce it on Jilly. Jilly stole money from me.
Well, but David, how many people have you seen me scam out of money? How many?
No, none.
But I mean, listen, tell the truth, dude. Don't lie. You've never. I mean, how many investors have walked through the door with me, and you've seen them walk? How many? Just a roundabout number. How many investors?
I don't know. What do you mean? You scammed them? You purposely scammed them?
I'm just talking about how many investors did we bring into the office? A dozen? 2 dozen?
A dozen? Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so how many got scammed?
I don't think you scam people purposely at all. I don't think they just didn't take.
Right. The company failed.
Yeah, the company failed. Right.
But I tried, right?
You tried. Yeah, no question about it. You tried.
Ultimately, David, it was you that told me you have to let Coded go and you have to move on.
Yeah, I couldn't. That's it. I can't do anymore. There's nobody
we raised a bunch of money. I mean, did I get a new apartment or a new house, or do I have anything new for me?
You're living in a van down by the river.
In all seriousness, how many people have come to you and say Chili scammed me and took all my money and ripped me off? How many people?
No one's
ever said it? Have you ever in your life even once heard this guy scammed me out of my money? Is there
no?
Anybody
Because nobody does. No.
Is there anybody, David?
No.
All the people in LA. Of the hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've raised, how many people feel scammed out of their money?
No, man, no one felt scammed. They just felt like it just didn't take. That's all. We didn't scam anybody.
I tried. What about, I don't want to say his name because I'm going to release this, but what about my big investor who put in several $100,000? Does he feel scammed?
No. He's in Florida right now. He's in Orlando with the kids.
He doesn't feel scammed in the slightest. I did
No.
I mean, David, at the end of it, you were saying, Chili, you've got to move on. You have a lot of skills. You have to do something else.
Yeah.
It isn't working.
And I was thinking about Coded Friends, and the investors I brought in for Coded and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I work so. I mean, you know how hard I worked on that damn company.
Definitely.
It still kicks me, and I'm glad that's how we met initially. I'm super stoked that we created that friendship from the Coded Friends thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Really cool.
Yeah, you definitely put some love, blood, sweat, and tears into that.
I tried my hardest, buddy. I didn't want to let anybody down. I put everything.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for David telling me to quit, I wouldn't have quit. I just would have kept going. And guys like you who are like, dude, you're gonna do something else with your life. Just this ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah, it's hard. Sometimes you can have a bucket full of passion, and it ain't enough. You need something more.
So this is where good people have to get involved.
Hey man, this is Sean, man. I'm done with this. He's getting way too close. If he's gonna get the email from Airbnb and you know I want to help you guys, but man, I can't do this anymore. I'm a teacher. I can't lose this. This would end it quickly. So I don't know, man. I appreciate what you guys did. You guys did everything you said you were going to do. I appreciate it. I got the PayPal. But this is too much going down to Texas. I gotta head back, and I wanted to do some stuff during spring break, but not this. He's gonna find out, and I can't lose my job for this. It's fun, but it's not that fun. Just let me know, man.
This has gone too far. Setting up a Discord account, setting up website stuff on social media pages, calling me names. Kate, you don't know all those people in your Discord. If someone gets hurt, because I carry a gun all the time, if someone gets hurt or this goes bad, ultimately Kate's going to be held responsible. Whether or not this voice thing is fake or what they're just trying to terrorize me, or whether someone actually followed me down to Houston and stalked me, either way, this has gone too far. At this point, good people need to speak up. Discord, Airbnb, and YouTube need to take a look at what's going on. This is beyond reasonable. This is incredible. And good people need to step in at this point. Someone's going to get killed. You're going to put me in a corner. I don't know who's stalking me. I have my gun on me. I feel afraid. You heard they sent someone down here who's a teacher in Ohio. This has gone too far. It has to stop.
Turns out that he winds up threatening to give false information to the government to try and get me imprisoned for releasing this video.
That's really funny that he said that, because here he is asking me permission to release the video. I thought I was blackmailing him and he didn't have a choice. He had to sit on it. Josh is clearly lying. So here he's asking me to release footage. Why are you asking me? I thought I was blackmailing you.
These threats to have me in prison.
Josh told me that the reason the video's edited is he got positive, it was going to get violated. So later on that day, he posts a video. James captures part of the video that shows the assault. Chili sees the video and tells Josh, take it down. So Josh has to take it down. And now they're driving around. Okay, as far as I know, this is what has been alleged to me. Chili pulls the car over and tells Josh that he's not going to post that video. Because if he does post that video, he's going to tell Josh's parole officer that Josh was all up and down Mass Avenue doing tons of illegal narcotics in the presence of Chili.
What a load of poo. Dale, you lost all your integrity on this day. I used to respect you. You're a scumbag, dude. And it's just disgusting to watch you lose all journalistic integrity so that you can nightstick James Freeman. It's disgusting, dude. It's disgusting. Because this next part right here, Dale, this is why you're going to be a defendant in federal court. This next part right here, Dale, so pay close attention.
There are a lot more incidents that have gone through the court. And the reason those things haven't came out yet is because we are protecting a few people. And there are a few people that we can't allow them to have their lives damaged or destroyed. And there are victims. There is proof of it. That's all I can say for now. Hopefully more will be revealed.
So then bring them out, Dale. Or you're not a good journalist. All you had was being a journalist, using real activist videos and then making a story about them. But you used to show receipts, Dale. You lost yourself here, my friend. This is a lie. Produce the victim. I'm not afraid to bear the entire truth about everything in my life, every single detail. Dale, you lost yourself here. Who are the victims, Dale? List them. Where are the court proceedings you're talking about? I mean, what a scumbag. Everybody used to look up to this guy. Dale, this is the day people stop looking up to you. You are a liar, you are a scumbag, and you are a fraud. Where are the victims, Dale? Where are they at? Where's the victim you're protecting? There's no assault records. There's no battery records. There's no 911 calls. There's no hospital reports. There's nothing. I've never beaten or hurt anybody, ever, outside of mutual combat in my early 20s and later teens. You're lying, dude. You've lost yourself. As far as I'm concerned, Dale, I hope people no longer believe a word you said. You just sat up there and lied, dude. You're a fraud, bud. I hope sucking off Freeman really pays off for you.
He tried to act like real nice and sweet because he knew he was recording and he's obviously trying to get some kind of dirt on me or something.
No, sorry, bud. I'm not trying to get dirt on you. You just ruined yourself,
And
Dale.
that's all it
You're
takes is a
joke.
question. James questioned Chili, Lackluster questioned Chili. The reason they didn't get physically assaulted is because they're men. He has a severe inferiority complex. Like if it's a man that's getting in his face, he will back down immediately, as he did with James and Lack. When it's a woman that dares to question his authority, then you have some real problems, and he's willing to.
You're a piece of shit. Yes. Hey, look, hang on. Look, Chili de crapo piece of fucking shit. Look, I'm inviting you, Chili.
When force is not initiated, I don't respond with force. So Dallas, if someone continually runs into me, I can push them away from me.
Yeah, you have a right to push, get someone away from you.
So, Josh, did you not tell Dallas that she fell on me several times? Because I'm going to release the video. So admit right now, did you not tell the cop that she fell all over me several times, yes or no? And here's where I start to realize that Josh is all over the comments with the Masshole report working against me. Let's make some, he's trying to be friendly with the trolls because he just wants to be liked, because really, he's a savage. He threatened to beat her up, he said. And then I said, you're adding to my enemy. I thought I was extorting him and I could control him like a puppet. While he's making good with my enemies, what I'm doing is we made an hour-long video in Boston. I'm actually cutting the video together and I'm showing it to him. Here's the tour of Boston with accountability. Missed your call, and this is on June 8th, 2 days before he turns on me. I thought you left the state, and this is the night before court. Can you appear for a witness for me? I asked him to appear for me. Oh, I thought it was in person. He's calling me. Your service is awful. He's trying to reach me on the phone, trying to be my best friend. He can't reach me. And then I say, send me James Freeman's backup channel so I can watch it. I listen to Freeman talking.
Other things, you know, if you said fuck you right now, Josh, I mean, dude, you know, you got.
This is a voicemail that I left for him.
This is good for you. You know, you had dirt on you before that other people were like, oh, Josh did this, Josh did that, but now they're not thinking about that.
Right.
Now Freeman has branded me the worst person in the world. Look, you know, maybe you had a tough day, you know, maybe you took it the wrong way. You know, but if it's that flighty, like, you know, like we can't even have a disagreement, like you can't take, I mean, you got to admit you took it the wrong way. The guy is acting like he's your.
I realize Josh is starting to turn on me.
So I may have said your daddy, but it's a saying, dude. Certainly not talking about your deceased father. For the love of all that's good. That's on the same level of don't ever come to my home. What are you talking about? And attack you and your family? And then according to this here, this Freeman, I was ready to fight her right. Look, I'm a human being. I'm a person. You know, her falling all over me is not caught. I mean, the only thing published was me pushing it. So, you know, and I'm able to see past that and be like, hey, you know, I mean, maybe I don't know, but I don't want to see it that way. I see people as being
I'm vocalizing
that
I think maybe he did set me up.
Where like I'm going to throw you away. You're worth more than a single moment, no matter what.
To replay your message, press 1.
So now he's going to...
I said nothing. I sat there. Now, when we went on recess...
Here's another lie.
He immediately started messaging me while I was outside during the court recess.
Here's what I messaged him. Here's the entire text I messaged him after that. He kept texting me, though. Ouch, love you, buddy. And then I left the conversation because he's a scumbag. The guy's a scumbag liar. I just proved it.
I do have his full criminal background check, and now I am not going to put the criminal record up here.
Of course you're not.
You know, my criminal background isn't a secret.
Oh, yes, it is a secret.
About it. Everyone else has talked about it.
We have not talked about Josh's criminal background. Let's hear from one of his best friends. Josh is a rapist. Josh beat and raped his own girlfriend. I hate to bring this up, but we haven't talked about it. It hasn't been a public conversation.
I am really good friends with Josh. I am good friends with him. Having a connection with Josh is not good.
It's not good.
Okay? Because he has a bad track record. Well, he raped his girlfriend.
He raped his girlfriend.
Auditing America fuck his girlfriend and videotaped it. And then he was so mad about it after Auditing America left that he got on top of her while she was sleeping and said, you fucked him, now you're going to fuck me.
Did he get charged with rape?
Yeah, he was in prison. He just got out of prison. I don't know if he pled down to a lesser charge.
This piece of shit did to me.
Is there one of these for me? Is there any kind of, is there a battery charge, an assault charge? Is there an arrest for assault? Is there a police phone call where someone says, he's beating me and hurting me? There's an actual female here saying, look what he did to me. Is there anything like that for me? Because this is all lies and allegations and I'm tired of it. So unless you can produce one of these, here's the phone call with my girlfriend of 7 years.
Hey, you.
Hey, what's going on?
I went to an event in Boston. I was in Massachusetts last week. And have you heard, well, I guess you know probably as well as anybody, you know an internet troll? You know what that is?
Yeah.
I had an internet troll track me down to where I was, this chick. And then she kept on like falling all over me, and there's a video of me pushing her away from me.
Okay.
So I have all the trolls on the internet saying I'm a woman beater and abuser. And I mean, since we dated for 7 years, and so I just wanted to call you and like just ask you, did I ever raise my voice to you? Did I ever scream at you? Did I ever?
No.
Did I ever physically intimidate you?
Yeah. I can't. Oh my gosh! Of course not. Like,
No, never, ever, ever. In fact, like, I actually told somebody that I was like, see, we'd gotten into an argument, and I told them, and I was like, like, I told him, I used his example. I was like, I was like, I had a boyfriend who never fucking raised his voice to me,
Never.
Never, ever fucking did. And I was like, and I actually learned to become that way too after that. And I remember telling him, I was like, I'm not going to engage with you. I was like, because like, I learned, I was like, I have a boyfriend who, used to be like the way I was, but like, he never, ever, ever, raised his voice even at me, like would not even yell at me.
That was me. That was me.
I know. And that's what
7
I
years.
said. I know.
It's like, and then I was sitting next to you in the movie theater, and I mean, I didn't scream at you. I didn't.
When we broke up,
I didn't give any kind of. I didn't call you any names.
No,
I just said you made.
not at all. Like, you could feel. I saw that you felt yourself getting worked up, and you just looked at me and you said, "I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to scream at you." And you walked away, and then you came back when you were more calm, and then you left.
Yeah, and then you gave me the weed. You're like, here, you're gonna need this, and you left the weed, and you left, and you walked out the door, and I was like grateful you left because I was hurt so bad. I was crushed because so in love with you. I was, that. I mean, you don't date someone for 7 years if you're not in love with them, Like, I was madly in love with you, It's just, they have nothing but nonsense and allegations. Meanwhile, I have someone I dated for 7 years, and, Johnny Depp was cleared by his ex-wife, really, saying, that's not really true about him. That's not really true. So, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? I see you in pictures of that. Is that your boyfriend now? Is that your new dude?
Oh, no, I don't have a boyfriend.
Oh, I thought you did. I was like, she hasn't. I was happy for you. I thought you found somebody. And
I don't. I was like, I'm involved in a long distance thing with somebody, but I'm not anymore.
Oh, you're not?
No, yeah, just very recently. Like, I saw how they handle arguments or disagreements, and I just said, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. Can't.
Oh, they didn't handle them like me, huh?
They did not handle it well, and it was very, minor thing, but I was just like, nope. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, I can't.
Red flag.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're gonna freak out on me, I don't want to be your boyfriend because I don't want to be freaked out on because I'm not going to freak out back. Well, that's ironic because I'll be back in town in less than 2 weeks. So I should come over and say hello to you. I'd like to see you. That would be amazing, actually. I didn't plan on calling you and hitting on you. I didn't at all. I just planned on calling you and asking you if I ever screamed at you or if I
No, you never did. You never even raised your voice at me.
No, I loved you. I just got out of a relationship where the chick screamed and yelled at me, and I was like, I'm not doing it. We had a great relationship. We didn't scream at each other, yell at each other, demean each other, and listen to one another and loved on each other. It was great.
Yeah, we didn't demean one another. That's the important thing. And that's surprising, how many people do that. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. How many people just say horrible, awful things about you when they're mad?
Yeah.
Or when they're just dumping out their own energy from how they feel about you. But it's not how they feel about you, it's how they feel about themselves.
You can't hate me more than I hate myself, to be fair. You can't hate me more than I hate myself, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I love myself. I think I'm great. And I'm going to keep being great. And I'm going to keep being as great as I can. And then we can share our greatness together. Well, what's today's date? Today's 21st. I'm back. So why don't you carve out part of that calendar and let me hang out with you for a while if you're not too busy.
Okay. All right, sweetie, but yeah, I'll vouch for you. No problem if you need me to.
Okay.
You never ever even raised your voice at me. I always remember that.
And I never will, as long as we live. It'll never happen. So
I know, and like I said, I remember it very well, you know.
I still love you to this day. I still love and care about you tremendously, and I keep up with you, and I check in, and I watch. You're the only person, one of the few people I go on Instagram, and I just look at their story, and then I leave. I go and look and see how you're doing and what you're doing, and hope you're just being beautiful as you can be, you know?
Thank you, Chili. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope we can see each other. I hope we can see each other. I want to see you. I want to give you a hug.
She knows what I want.
Okay, well, you know, we'll see. I got data purchase, okay?
Okay. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
And if he would have just shut the fuck up and kept on his mission, probably would have like not had all this fucking heat on him. But you know,
and there's a fucking lie.
This isn't about a YouTube fucking channel. This is about changing the country, changing the system. That's what this is about. They get locked in their mode of they got to make money, or they got to be popular, or they got to be liked, or they need comments, or someone's coming up and they could be bigger than me, and it's always a competition. And I understand that if we're going to wrestle. But this is a plan, Josh. This is a plan, because what's coming next is I'm actually going to build the transparency apparatus. And I'm going to have a Wi-Fi on. I'm going to have a drone operator with a drone on my back, that when I'm going to go to festivals and outdoor things, and when something happens, I'm going to put up the drone. And the drone pilot is going to be watching, live streaming it to multiple different people, and show that if you're going to have a problem, there's going to be transparency there. I'm going to actually do the demo, just show what it's like. I'm going to wear a GoPro in the front and in the back.
Okay.
And then I put a light over my head, and there's an antenna so that the drone pilot can fly from anywhere. He can fly that drone from Oregon. Do you see? And when I live stream it, you live stream at the same time. And what that does is gives an example of how a third party can watch and even have input in what's going on. Because you can be on the live stream saying, Chili, move over to the right. Look over to the right. Then I go over there. You see, it creates the actual image of the future. And you know what's going to happen pretty soon? I'll walk onto police scenes and I'll say, I'm transparency. I'm here to observe. And now I'm going to move forward, but I'm going to move forward working towards getting that drone pilot, making sure I have the right internet, making sure I'm able to make sure to light it up properly, put lights above my head. If there's a commotion and police go in attacking, you want to be able to film that. And then you go to any festival, go to Mardi Gras. They don't know you're going to light the area up like a Christmas tree. Helping you out, officer. Helping you out.
Yeah, that's why, like, at the end of the month, buddy, like, I don't leave the computer all day. And I'll even go back and find some videos that didn't get many views, like that one, and I'll screen record it, because that one only got, like, 12,000 views. So I just go back, find a video that didn't have a lot of views, and I push it out, because regardless of what the content is, whether it's good or bad, it's going to friggin' fly. When I released it, that got 12,000 views in the first 3 hours when I re-released it today.
All he cares about is money.
$300 from that video.
That's what he cares about the most.
That I wouldn't have had.
What a fraud.
I knew they were going to push it. So I was like, they did the same thing yesterday with a shitty static video. I think it's got 20,000 views in like 6 hours. It's got like 20,000 views already. And it's 7 minutes on the live count. And it's just 7 minutes of, it's really actually only 4 minutes, but I put a minute and a half worth of clips at the beginning to increase the time to get it over 8 minutes so I can put an extra ad. Listen, I got to get back to this fucking video, because if it doesn't get monetized, I have to get the appeal in before midnight.
Oh, I see. I don't. You got to teach me this shit, dude, so I can make money. I don't make any money from YouTube.
I'll walk you through how to do it. Call me tomorrow at any time. I should be off for the most part tomorrow.
Okay. Later, amigo.
All right. Later, brother.
Later, brother. So let's just cover a few things. Number one, Masshole report. I've invited her onto my live stream so she can present any real evidence. If not Masshole, I'm going to sue you in federal court. That's going to happen no matter what, because I'm going to shut down what's happening on YouTube, the way people are being bullied. It's atrocious. Number two, Josh is a pathological, disgusting liar. You saw it yourself. He lies about free speech. He lied about Kate. He lies about making videos. If they're shitty, he just packs extra stuff on the beginning. He lied about me getting kicked out from my friend in New Hampshire. He lied about everything. Lied about me blackmailing him. He just lied about everything. You can see it plain as day. You don't have to be smart. You can read the text messages. Either he's fiending friendship and being fake, or I'm blackmailing him. I don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense. And then Dale lost all of his integrity. Dale, you need to produce a victim or produce some evidence of all these police reports and what went through the courts, because there is nothing like that. There's nobody who's willing to say that I beat them or hurt them or assaulted them or battered them. There's nobody. There's not a single person. I know this because I'm a truth monger. Anything about my life, no matter how small it is, I will show everybody what it is. I have no fear of that. I just didn't think I had to. But Dale, I expected more from you. I'm most pissed off at Dale. You're supposed to be a journalist. Instead, you ended up looking like a fraud. And then fraud Freeman. Freeman's a dunce cap. I'm sorry, dude, you're dumb. The idea of qualified immunity being more important than Terry v. Ohio or Carroll versus United States or Graham versus Connor, I could keep going. It's just not the most important thing. I'm sorry that you don't know that and that you've educated people the wrong way. And we're not going to a voluntarist system. So all you dunce caps who are following James Freeman because he's popular and he's cynical and he uses fallacies, you're following a Pied Piper. There's no movement in America for volunteerism or anarchism. As a matter of fact, if we did go to one of those systems, it would be an all-out massive war, a revolutionary war. You're too dumb to know that because you haven't read any history, James. James, you are my enemy. We are nothing alike. I don't hate America. I don't think the Constitution is trash. I don't think the Bill of Rights are trash. You haven't read any of the founding philosophies of America. You're an embarrassment, dude. I'm going to release one more video tomorrow. I'm going to let Terry Auditor's video play here. These people here are an embarrassment to reality, to life, to truth. Dale's the one I'm the most disgusted about. There are victims. Where are they, Dale? Where are they, buddy? You're a fraud, dude. You only had being a reporter, Dale. That's gone for you now. No one's going to believe you again, and I'm going to make sure I tell every single time I can, you're a fraud, Dale. You better come up with a victim. There'll be no victims who surface. There'll be none. Doesn't exist. So if Masshole can't reproduce any victims or any actual paperwork, you're lying. If Dale can't, he's lying. Freeman Fraud hates me so much because I've discredited everything he's done and said. And Josh is a pathological liar. You can see it. So I'm done with this now. This has taken almost 2 weeks of my life. The time I had with one of my best buddies down here in Houston was me working on my computer most of the time trying to clear my name. My name is now cleared. All right, I'm going to let this play out. I'll let you guys watch the rest of it. This is Ironton Auditor. The day he flipped on me, the day he switched over, you can hear him lose his composure, but I'm going to get off this. I want to cut this together, and I'm done with this. Unless you have an actual victim that's going to show up or actual paperwork that shows me have battered someone or abused someone or extorted someone. Now the new one is I blackmailed someone and I'm a Fed. What the hell are you guys talking about? The good people need to stand up. The people who are following this troglodyte, stalking me, following me, that's insane, man. What are you doing? It's insane. All right, I'm done with this. I've proven my case. There's no proof against me. None. I pray to God that good people step up here. I hope the feds get involved here and arrest this woman and arrest the guy who stalked me. And I hope that there's hell to pay through YouTube, through Airbnb, and through Discord, where they've openly admitted on several different YouTube videos that they're stalking me. It's crazy. And they hired a guy to stalk me. And if that's not true, then that's terroristic. Either way, it's a federal crime. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. So I'll let this play, and you guys can watch the rest of it. Thanks for checking in. I'll see you guys on the next one. We don't stop. Later.
Hello. What's the text about, Terry?
Buddy, I don't know what the hell's going on here. It seems like no one does. It seems like I'm the only one really giving it a shot, and it seems like that no one really knows how to do anything. No one's trying to tell me. No one's trying to help me. I just keep getting sent there for fucking nothing. I feel like I'm being made a fool of, and I don't appreciate that. I'm really trying to do good here, and I'm neck deep in the shit, but I'm out here all by my damn self. And then I've made 3 trips up there and had absolutely nothing fucking happen.
Didn't I pay you for every day you've gone?
Yeah, it's not about pay, man. It's not about.
Well, I'm reading this text message. What are you talking about? Are you frustrated about driving? That's the reason why you.
No, I'm frustrated because it seems like y'all don't know what you're doing. how many times have I had shit printed and I still can't get shit filed? I asked a simple question, how to do a cover sheet. Somebody said
you're frustrated about
nobody's contacting me. Nobody's telling me anything, and yet I keep making a 6-hour round trip drive, standing up there for 3 to 4 hours each time, waiting on someone to tell me what to do, and nobody will tell me anything. You know that. You haven't talked to me about it either. I mean, just hey, I'm sending you paperwork. Have this printed. You know, and I really just feel put in the middle here, man. Like I'm just out there as cannon fodder. You know, I don't want to be that. I live here with these people, and I'm trying to protect the people.
Okay, so you're frustrated about.
I don't know if you understand, but
it sounds like you're just frustrated it's not getting accomplished. So there's a learning curve here, right? It's going to take a learning curve. It's going to take a while to learn how to do.
Here's my suggestion: we don't do another 6-hour round trip until we know for sure it's exactly the way it needs to be, where somebody learns what I need to do. I can't learn it in Cincinnati.
No one's making a fool of you. You got to go again and do it again and just keep doing it until, I mean, I'm raising the money to pay you, and that's what I'm doing. I did everything I said I was going to do. If you're frustrated, that's understandable.
Well, it's just the fact that I can't seem to get, I mean, you know, I don't know.
So you're frustrated. People, if you can keep your calm, I'll roll Bob into it, and we'll talk to Bob, and we'll figure out what the problem is, and we'll take our time here. But, I mean, sending me text messages like this is like, you know, like.
I just want you to know I'm serious, and because, like, you got to be serious about this, and I'm starting to lose my faith, and you know, because, like, I'm
lose your faith. We just started.
I know.
You think this is going to get easier? It's going to get harder.
No, I don't expect it to get easier, but I thought the suit filing fee, you know, I thought there would be
harder till you get it. I mean, like in all seriousness, you know, what are you talking about? It's going to be hard until you learn it, until you know it. So where Terry knows the process, because we're going to file several civil rights lawsuits, not just one. We're going to file several. So you're going to have to get through this learning. You want to give up, you can give up.
I don't want to give up.
What are you talking about? You backbite me. You backbite me and telling me you're losing faith. What are you talking about?
I'm not trying to backbite. To be honest with you, Chili, I'll always be, and I'm not trying to backbite you.
I'm doing absolutely everything I can possibly do. Everything.
Okay.
I work around the clock from night till stop, till morning till drop. You're going through a hard learning curve, and it's frustrating. I understand. And buck up and don't stop and keep going till you get it right. The next time you go, you'll be like, oh, nope, this isn't right. We need this, and this has got to be dotted, and this I's got to be dotted, and this T's got to be crossed. You buck up and you realize, fuck, man, today wasn't a good day. And you know what a bad day feels like, so then you go for tomorrow, try to get a good day. And I didn't mean to send Eugene with you, but I had no choice. It cost me $300. I got to pay you, and I got to pay Eugene and his gas. It cost me $300 today.
You're losing money on it, and I'm accomplishing nothing.
I don't care.
I'm not. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm absolutely useless here.
Yeah, but you're not. You have to learn, and you got to not be upset about it. You have to learn. You have to learn the curve.
I'm going to sit down tonight and do my own research.
It's going to be hard. I mean, did you lose your composure with Eugene? Because if you lost your composure with someone else, then they're going to share your frustration and your composure loss.
They said something about they're sending him an instruction sheet. He said he hasn't heard from him either.
Hold on.
So pretty much.
Hold on.
We got left high and dry for day number fucking 3 is what happened. And I'm doing day number fucking 4. That ain't fucking happening. I'm tired of running around being made a fucking fool of. I ain't doing it. Shitting in my own fucking front yard. I gotta go home and deal with these fucking assholes. And I'm dealing with apparently people don't know what the fuck they're doing. Prove me wrong, please, dear God.
Are you there?
Yeah.
You need to take your time and be cool. You got to get through it. Well, you got to pull it together, man. Or quit. Tell me you're going to quit. I'll figure it out another way.
I mean, if you're serious, I am too. But I need some help, and I'm not sure where to go.
If I'm fucking serious, I just every single dime that I've made from my online store, I just put out $4,000 in a week, and I don't have $1,000 to my name. Am I serious? I'm dead fucking serious. I'm life and death serious. I'm not joking.
I am too.
Then hold yourself together.
Okay.
I mean,
right.
Buck up. I'll say, Chili, I'm at a frustration point here. Something's got to give so that we can get past this point of frustration. Oh, okay. You're coming to me and saying you're having a hard time because things are not getting accomplished properly. Okay, let's connect the dots to get it done properly. I'm dedicated for my entire life I don't know what else I can do to prove it to you. You've seen me work. You've seen me work from morning till night. Like, what are you talking about?
The reason I've tried to believe in you, man, because like you have me.
Tried to believe in me. If you don't believe, then just don't believe. I don't need anybody to believe in me. I need you to believe in yourself.
Well, that's the easy part.
And realize
but I also
that it's not the easy part. You're wavering because it's hard. It's hard, right?
It can be, yes.
And it's hard right now. And you're wavering. That's unacceptable. We do not waver. We just keep going. This didn't work out. Do it again. Didn't work out. Do it again. Get knocked down the 20th time, I get up to 21st time. I get knocked down the 50th time, I get up 51 times. Oh, you knock me down again, I get right back up again. Oh, I got arrested, I get right back up again. Your temperament, being the Ironton auditor, will then spread to other people. Your attitude, you know, you have, whether you like it or not, you're now in a leadership role. Swallow hard and keep going. You're the leader now, especially while I'm gone. You can't let this bullshit affect you, dude. So you made more money. You get another day's pay. Fucking awesome. I'm getting paid again tomorrow. Amazing. This is great. I'm making good money, and I haven't made good money like this in a while, consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
just great. Money's great, and I feel like an ass taking it because I'm not accomplishing nothing, man. It makes me feel bad all the way.
That's great. But that doesn't mean that we give up or quit or we lose faith or you don't got to believe in me. Believe in the mission. You got to believe in what you're doing, and it's going to be hard. I never said it was going to be a bowl of fucking Jell-O. Okay, you squish it out of your teeth and turn it into a liquid and then swallow that sugar water. That's not what we're doing here. That's not what we're doing. We're taking on the status quo. I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. Do you think that I woke up this morning and haven't been on the phone since morning till now? Or do you think that I just took a break and I went to Disneyland? Where am I? I'm working. I'm in a fucking monsoon right now. I'm working, bro.
Okay, as long as you're still working, man. Because, like, I don't know what you're doing from here. I
what do you
can't
think
tell.
I'm doing?
What
do you think I'm doing?
You know,
we don't stop, meaning that I can't stop the most. I have to lead, and you're a leader now. You're a leader now, Terry. I'm not sure if you know that or not.
Yeah, I do. I do. That's what I said. It scares the hell out of me. You know, because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not being a good leader. And I don't.
You don't know what you're doing. You have no idea.
Right.
You're learning as you go. Don't let them see you up in a stress ball. Don't allow it. Just believe in yourself, believe in God, and just keep pushing forward. When it gets hard, you swallow down hard and say, I need the power. And I get that from the universe. And you push forward. When it gets hard and you want to quit, you swallow down hard and say, I never quit. I just keep going. I mean, why do you think I always say we don't stop? Because it's hard. There's nothing going to be easy about this. There's nothing going to be easy.
We're dead.
We're going to fight until we're fucking dead.
Hey, Terry.
Hello. How you
doing? Third day, we didn't have the things lined up. We got to go to Cincinnati again tomorrow. So we need to figure out a way for Terry to get there or a car he can use for tomorrow. Do we have a way? And just so you know, I consider what Terry does a job, and so I pay him. So the 3 days that we've gone and he didn't go, I've paid him $100 a day. So
paid for sure.
I don't mind paying. I just need to help him get to Cincinnati tomorrow, another day, and we're gonna have. And did you go serve that motion this morning at the court?
I don't have a motion to serve. No one sent me anything.
No, it's in your email. I got a CC on it. It's fine. I'll resend it to you tonight. So meanwhile, though, Wendell, I sent Terry your $402. He already got it, and I sent Terry my $402 plus his money for today, and then I got to pay Eugene Aldridge for driving up there and back for today, which is a couple $100 more. And so tomorrow I need a rice rocket car, a 4-cylinder. He can drive up to Cincinnati and back, or someone drive up there, take him up there. I don't want to pay two people to do one job. Where are you at on this, Freeman? Where's your head at?
Me?
I need to get him to Cincinnati tomorrow. He needs a rice rocket car, a little Yugo or a fucking Prius or something he can drive back and forth in tomorrow. And just make it happen, Freeman. If not, I'm going to call you back later tonight, and I'm going to keep calling more people until we get our lawsuits filed, because we don't get justice until the lawsuits are filed.
Yeah. I did some calling around today, and is that those lawsuits? The lawsuit against Majeric is just a civil lawsuit, right?
Yeah. It's a U.S. Code 42, not a U.S. Code 18.
U.S. Code 42 is a 1983, but it's not a criminal 1983. A U.S. Code 18 is a criminal code that they will file against him once we win. All right, got to leave in the morning. All right, we got to file that. That motion's got to be filed in the morning. All right, I'll call Freeman. I'm going to leave Terry on the line. I'll call you back, Freeman, later.
All right.